Hello and welcome to Timberdoodle's Tiny Tots 2026 Curriculum Kit. I'm Grace, this is my sister Hope, and we're going to walk you through each of the components and why we chose them.
Let's start off with language arts. So what are you looking for language arts for your toddler? Well, you're looking for a couple different things. Vocabulary words, literary connections that they realize that letters have sounds, that words on the page are to be read, and just that enjoyment of learning about language and exploring it. So first off, we have the Lift the Flap alphabet book. So each of these has a Lift the Flap letter that hides an animal underneath that correlates to the letter on top. Really a fun surprise. Get your child, again, experiencing the thought that there are letters and that letters can be attached to sounds or to words. And this will also just help your child learn about that without feeling like drudgery or a chore. It feels like a fun Lift the Flap book.
Yeah. Next, we have the baby's first book of 44 sounds. So this is a board book covering all 44 sounds of American English. It has real words paired with bright, realistic photos. So very fun to read with your kid and really engaging for them as they see all these bright, realistic photos. Logical order, single letters, and then combos like ch and th, and then vowels. So you're going to work on each sound. It's going to show you a picture of apple and have you saying ah and apple, working on modeling, working on imitating, working on identifying, so have them point to it. A lot of great skill for getting that early speech therapy in with your kid, whether or not they are delayed in speech. If they are delayed in speech, this is a fantastic resource. Even if they're advanced in speech, this is a really great way to be building those connections and helping them to progress to the next step.
All right, next up we have the baby-proof books. Now, if you've had a baby, you understand the need for books that can't be ripped and destroyed. And these waterproof, flexible baby books are the ticket. You know, we've tried a number of unrippable baby books, and often they don't live up to their name. These guys, I gave it a pretty good go and said, they seem pretty sturdy. They seem like they're living up to their name. But what I especially like about these, besides the quality, is that they are built around the poem or song, A Hole in the Bottom of the Sea and Over in the Meadow. Now, that rhythm and that familiarity will just be great for your toddler. So as they move beyond just chewing on the book to actually wanting to look at the pictures and read along with you, the rhythm of the poem will just
help build vocabulary.
It will build vocabulary, and something about poems draws the babies in, keeps their attention. So I just like how these are not just picture books, but these actually have the growth in them. So singing through the pages, the rhythm is going to help them recognize what comes next, and then talk through what you see, the animals, the numbers, the repeated lines, and bring them wherever, because they can travel with you.
Next, we have the Ditty Bird musical books. And again, we've looked at so many different music books and different quality of music books, and Ditty Bird again and again comes out on top for high quality. And now a brand new feature that we are absolutely thrilled about is they are rechargeable USB-C. So this is just really going to extend the life of your book. Plus the songs are catchy, familiar, but also educational songs with the alphabet song and then fun songs like Wheels on the Bus and If You're Happy and You Know It. Kids are just really drawn in with the music, and they're going to be able to learn cause and effect by pushing the little touch button and the song plays, and so they're getting some of that early cause and effect learning, building auditory skills, and again, reinforcing vocabulary. Short, cheerful songs, a lot of fun.
And good quality. Like Grace is saying, these guys have held up. We've had Ditty Birds for a number of years, and they have held up. It has been annoying how many times we've had to change the batteries.
Yes.
And inevitably it happens right before you need it. So you're headed out on a little trip and you want to pack the book and it's dead again. I love that these can be easily just charged up.
Yes, it's fantastic.
Next up, we have First Words Around the Home. So again, looking at language arts, we're looking at building vocabulary. And this is a picture book with 100 labeled objects in it for you to talk with your child. So it's going to be in the kitchen, the backyard, the bathroom, the garage, and more. And there's going to be also built-in prompts along the side. That's what sets,
a big feature.
Yeah, this sets this book apart from other
100 first word kind of
books because this has the questions in them. So it will automatically give you that opportunity to, one, build their vocabulary through the labeled items, and also to start asking questions as they get older. So simple questions like, can you find the hammer, to more complex questions like, what do you think is faster, a scooter or a wagon? So great ability to build the conversation, to guide them with these prompts. And really, again, I read it today with our toddler and our preschooler, and they were both engaged, and having those questions does allow you to then build the level of engagement. So the toddler was just happy pointing out the little mouse. And the preschooler really wanted to talk about what are the cups for, and do you think that was lemonade, and made me some, and all this great conversation going on through the prompt in the books.
Next, we have the flower whistle. So this is a soft, chewable whistle, makes a gentle sound on inhale or exhale, and is designed for babies as young as 3 months old. Safe to chew on, so you don't have to worry about that. Safe for them to run around with. You don't have to worry about it jamming in the back of their mouth. But by using it, they're going to strengthen their lips, cheeks, tongue, and jaw control, which are helping them with all the necessary components, the necessary muscle control for speech and for feeding. So a really fun way, because they're motivated. They absolutely love the whistle sound, but it's in this safe, motivating format.
Yeah. Your dog will love the sound too. Next, we have My First Peter and the Wolf. Now, we know that listening to structured pattern music can stimulate neural connections. So what better way to do that for your toddler than to give them this toddler-friendly Peter and the Wolf book? I appreciate that the pictures are beautiful.
Yes.
They are colorful. There's not this dark feel to it. The touch-sensitive sound dots have 20 to 40 seconds of the music in each clip. It's
in a high quality.
High quality. It's going to give your child exposure to the strings, the French horn, getting to hear this song again in little bite-sized pieces with the illustrations to go with. So flip the page and get the next one. There is no duck eating drama included in this book. So safe one for your child, and just a fun way to again get that classical music and that neural connection building in on your schooling.
Next, we have My First Signs and My First Animal Signs. So these are 2 sturdy board books that are going to help you teach 40 plus everyday signs. Now, sign language has been proven to strengthen vocabulary skills and strengthen language skills rather than set it back. So we absolutely love that it is not only an early language skill, so a baby can sign long before they can talk, but it also helps them when they have developed those talking skills. They're going to have a richer vocabulary because they've already been using it. So
using language before they could speak.
Yes. And of course, as you all know, when a baby can communicate what they want, it is empowering, and it helps with all the frustration and the screaming that can be there if a baby can't get across to you what it is he needs. So a really helpful way to be building language skills.
What I like specifically about these books is I get frustrated when I look at sign language books for toddlers and there's not enough instruction, and I don't want heavy instruction because they're not going to be engaged with that then, but I need a little bit more than just to see a drawing on the page and try to make up how to make that sign. So I appreciate that there's enough instruction there so that I'm not left hanging, but it prioritizes the illustration so it engages your child. Next, we have the My First Touch and Feel cards. Now, these are great for starting, again, language development from a very young age, and they can grow with your child. So you're going to start off with handing them a card and saying, here's a picture of a baby, or here's a tractor. What is especially appealing about these cards is that they are real-life pictures. So I like that they're real photos. I think that tends to be more engaging for children. Also, they come with texture, so the tire on the tractor is bumpy or the hair on the cat is fuzzy, so that, again, as your child develops their sensory system, that's going to be a draw, and that's also going to be a learning tool for them to recognize different textures. As your child grows, you can grow with the card set to say, okay, now let's ask you some questions about the ball. How does the ball feel? And do you like to throw the ball? Those kinds of questions. So you can develop this further, but I especially like it for the younger age to just give that word picture association familiarity without overwhelming them with a huge book that maybe they're going to tune out of, because it's easy to give them 1, 2, 3 cards and then, again, turn it into a game. Can you find the ball? Can you find the cat? Etc.
Yep. Or as they get older, you can start turning it into features or organizational ones. So can you find the one that has wheels? And so much that you can do with these cards up through older ages, because it even has other languages on the back, so you can be teaching them that. Next, we have My Big Wimmelbook, My First 100 Words. So you've probably heard before how much we love Wimmelbooks because they are so high quality, oversized board books with busy, detailed scenes, and there's always something new to talk about because there's so much going on the page, not in an overwhelming way, but in an interesting way. So you've got 100 different vocabulary words that you're targeting, all with so much to talk about. And not only are you going to be working on, can you find this or can you find that, you're also going to be building storytelling skills at the same time of why do you think they're doing that, or just common discussion.
Look at what's happening. And
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Why is he doing that? A lot of fun to read with your child. And then as the child grows, there is more they're going to get out of it because they can start really following the star characters throughout the story and seeing them in different contexts. And for math, we have the Junior Pebbles. Now, this is a set of 36 smooth pebbles in 6 muted colors, so they're very beautiful to look at. They also feel great because they're made from eco-friendly rice husks, so it has this a really nice feel in your hands, and it's got beautiful, oversized, double-sided laminated activity cards with nature scenes that they're going to work to recreate one pebble at a time, filling in the different missing portions of the picture. This is math disguised as play, and Timberdoodle includes this because early math skills are a stronger predictor of academic success than reading. This is going to help lay those foundations by building the sorting, stacking, patterning, and sequencing, those backbones of future math skills. It's also one that I absolutely love because of the age interest, the age variability interest for this one. Because you can take a child who is still so young that it's difficult for them to sit down and focus on a workbook or even a very structured set. They don't have all those attention to detail or sit still skills yet, but they love the feel of these pebbles and they want to do some free play with it. They can start putting them on the cards to say, well, look, he's trying to get across the stream, but his path is broken. Can you help build him a path? And it just starts building that storytelling and play while also putting that math into place for them. So a really phenomenal set that grows with your child because it's fun as a tiny toddler and it's fun as they get older as well.
Next, let's look at science. So first off, we have 100 First Words of Nature. Now this is a sturdy board book with just beautiful, playful illustrations that will introduce your child to a number of different nature-themed words and settings. So maybe you'll be looking at the forest and things that you might see in the forest, or
cold areas.
Yes,
yeah.
what you might see out in the Arctic. So again, this will give your child an overview of a number of different vocabulary words regarding nature. And it also includes an occasional flap. So that just adds to the interest when you're able to discuss these different animals and things in nature, and then you get to lift the flap and see what's underneath. It just makes it all the more fun.
Next and new this year is the Little Life Cycles collection. This is going to be the whale, bee, frog, bug, and seed. These are really amazing, sturdy board books that each follows one living thing through its full life cycle. So I just love that you can introduce so much science and really in an understandable way, from egg to adult, from seed to plant, from tadpole to frog, bold illustrations in a way that a toddler can understand. I think this is absolutely fantastic. It also has die cuts on each page that shift as you turn, which helps draw the student in, draw their interest in. It's early science that they can hold in their hands. They can sit on your lap and really understand it.
When we first looked at these, the books were approached with a lot of skepticism, like science for tiny tots.
Yeah.
No, very impressive. I really like how they've approached it. And again, never would have thought I could get that kind of scientific information into the hands of a toddler, but I really do believe that they are simple enough that they can be enjoyable for them.
Absolutely. And it's going to give them the vocabulary there in their brain, so as they get older, they already have an understanding of these concepts and they can build on that easily.
All right, let's look at STEM. First off, we have Baby Popi. Now this is just your beginning toy for your toddler or your baby, but will grow with your toddler because frankly, it's just fun.
You never outgrow it.
No, it's just fun. So what your child's going to do is they're going to tap gently on the little characters and push them down and then pull their finger off and the characters are going to leap out of the little holder. Now, what this builds is hand-eye coordination, that fine motor skill to be able to control their finger to get it onto the character, and also that control to pull it off in a timely way. So this is a skill that will be built as your child plays with this. It also introduces your child to cause and effect. So just a fun way to get that hand-eye coordination and fine motor skills all involved.
And we chose this one because the shape of the characters prevents them from rolling off and falling under the bookshelf where you can no longer get them. So absolutely love. We've seen so many versions of this, but this one absolutely stands out because of the beautiful colors and the shape and the quality. All right, puzzling is an important skill, and to work on that skill, we have the habitat puzzles. This is a 10 two-piece puzzle set matching critters to their habitat. So it's going to be building not just a science understanding, but also a logic and a reasoning side of things while working on their puzzle skills. Their first lesson in logic and language and where animals call home.
Next up, we have the Happy World Fruit Delivery. Now, this is an incredible set. You basically have the black and white visual cards for your baby, your stacking blocks for your toddler, and your challenges as they age from there. Beautiful set, really high quality. So again, it does come with the black and white cards. Put those in front of your baby during tummy time. Then graduate to the blocks, and you can put the structure, build something in front of them and let them look at that. Learn about knocking it down and tipping it over and having it break apart. And then as they begin to grasp and control their motor skills, they're going to really enjoy just the clicking and pulling apart of the pieces and then go from there. So they're going to be building structures. They're going to be engineering at this young age. And then when they're ready for it, the flip side of the visual cards has challenges on the back for them to build. So they can build the giraffe, or they can build the little frog, or whatever it is. So they will learn 2D to 3D and just all that spatial recognition. A phenomenal set. The magnets have no fail with the polarity, so they automatically swap around, so your child will not be frustrated with that. And they're really high quality. They stick together. I hate using magnets that don't stick together when they're supposed to. And I hate being around when a toddler is using magnets that don't stick together. So these are really high quality, work really well, and is an enjoyable experience for everyone.
And it's also fun to include a magnetic fruit truck that you can use with the older kids as they're using it again, so that way you've got that longevity to the product. This is really going to draw that out because the older kids are really going to enjoy pulling back the car and racing it down the track that they made. Next, we have the mom and baby puzzle. So this is a really adorable puzzle that is going to work on a number of different skills. It's color coded, so you've got color recognition, you've got just the matching side of mom and baby, and then you've got the beginning puzzle skill. So you can start off with just having them find the correct animal or find the correct color, and then you can start having them actually put the pieces together. So really great, really love that it's all one skill level in the fact that it's not going to be like a 2-piece and then a 3-piece and then a 4-piece puzzle, because I find that's really frustrating to work with in real life with a child who doesn't have the 12-piece puzzle skills yet. I don't want the 12-piece puzzle yet. I just want the beginning puzzle, and this is going to give you that all the same level with a whole lot of different variety in animals and fun.
Next, we have the My First Magformers. Now, this is 30 colorful magnetic tiles with strong magnets that snap together. Again, I love these magnets. We've tried so many
different brands.
So many. Yep. We, again, this year went through a number of magnet sets to say, okay, what's out there? What's good quality? This set wins every time, every single time. And not only that, it's also the documentation that comes with it for the booklet. So your child, by using the booklet, will be able to start super simple of lay the triangle magnet into this little cutout, start that process of saying, oh, I see the shape matches the shape, and from there, learn how to build with magnets. It's a great cause and effect, beginning baby skill, just pull it apart, put it together. Great STEM learning for your child as they begin to experiment and say, oh, this is now a robot, or this is a rocket, and then also the ability to follow along and say, I can follow this direction in the booklet and complete a task there too. So just a phenomenal set.
Next, we have the Spin and Pop Leopard. So if you've looked at different spinners that are available out there, and there are 1,000 of them out there available, this one is, again, phenomenal quality. Just picking it up, I can feel the difference in the quality. Plus, it's got the added appeal to the baby of it's got the little leopard head on it. So the eyes, babies are naturally drawn into toys that have eyes on them. So this has already got that appeal right there. And why do we include it? What does it teach? Well, it's got a really great cause and effect. So just the spinning for a young child, you can attach this to their high chair. You can put it on a window, and again, it's building, or on the floor, and it's building that hand-eye coordination and seeing cause and effect. The other thing is, if you're putting it on the floor, you're encouraging tummy time, which is helping build those muscles, which also we learned, which is really cool, is it actually helps with acid reflux, to be getting those muscles that when they're pushing up and pulling themselves up off the floor, that's actually helping you. If you've got a baby who struggles with acid reflux, what a fun way to be working on those muscles. But whether you do or not, it's a great way for them to have a fun toy to play with that's teaching cause and effect and gross motor skills. Next up, we have the Plan Toys Stacking Rocket. And again, you keep hearing Hope and I say how we love stuff that's got high quality to it. And Plan Toys just always comes out ahead when you talk about quality. So it's got 5 rainbow colored rings and shape puzzles that fit into those. And I not only love the quality of this, I love the scalability. So you've got the high appeal of it being a rocket, but you can scale down the expectation by just taking one ring at a time and having one or two shapes that your child is sorting from to say which one's going to fit inside this. And then as they grow, you can have them do the full assembly, which is trickier because you've got to fit not only the shapes inside the rings, you've got to fit the rings onto the correct rings below them. So really grows with your child. It's not something they're going to quickly outgrow, and it's going to look lovely on your shelf in these beautiful colors, all made out of this sustainable rubber.
Next, let's look at emotional intelligence. First off, we have the Baby Marin baby doll. Now, there's a couple important things that I'm looking for in a baby doll, and first off is the soft, moldable or posable doll body. And I don't like those baby dolls where the arms stick straight out or the legs stick straight out and you can't sit them down or anything.
Can't snuggle them.
No, this feels baby-like. This is soft. It's got some of the beads and some of the filling, so it's not too harsh and it's not too overstuffed. I love that. I also love it has a, I think, very sweet or clean smelling vanilla smell to the baby doll. So I actually enjoy holding the doll because it smells good right off. It's got the eyes that open and close. It's just all in all a high quality doll.
And the open mouth.
And the open mouth. I love that too.
It can suck on its thumb. It's again unique to have a doll that can do that.
It is. And I, again, having looked at a bunch of baby dolls, I still come back to this one as the best quality. It does the most. It can go in the bath. That's huge to me. It can go in the bath, take it out and dry it. Ours has gone in the pool. It's gone in the bath. It's gone to the beach. And we haven't worried about it because it just dries out, holds up to all of that, and the kids are able to experience all that emotional intelligence of learning how to care for a baby. You can talk about what does your baby doll feel, or is your baby hungry, or is your baby cold? All those early development of emotional intelligence can all be built through using the outlet of using the baby doll. So just love this for your baby. So we also include Making Faces, a first book of emotions. Now, what we like about this emotion book is a couple different things. One is that it's a sturdy board book, and it's including the 5 core emotions. So you're going to cover happy, sad, angry, surprised, and silly, which is a great amount of emotions to cover with your baby toddler. Also, we like it includes a mirror at the end so your toddler can practice their own facial expressions of different emotions. But what I also like is that the pages are clean and engaging. So they've got pictures of real babies making these different emotional faces, and they're not overwhelmed by scenes and everything. That is fun to look at for other settings, but when you're talking about emotions, it's nice to just make it cleanly what you're talking about. They look at the baby on one side of the page, and on the other side of the page they have a number of different babies with a number of different emotions that they're able to say, can you find the matching emotion here? So a great way to start discussing and reading or looking at books about emotions and helping your child learn how to identify that.
Next, we have Playmobil Community. So this is really a phenomenal set. First off, we love the Playmobil quality. This is going to last ages and ages, and probably you can pass it down to the next generation because it is that durable and that fun. It's not something that your baby's going to quickly outgrow, because I tell you, when we get this out, we've got the older kids jumping in one to play as well. So it's built for floor time play. It has a lot of fun to it, a lot of open-ended pieces that let you work on teaching emotional skills, teaching social skills, because you can do it in a story format. Now, what do we include and why? So this has a lot of different pieces to it. First off, you've got the heroes, so you can have that aspect of the story where you are solving problems and you are enacting different community scenes. Love that side of it. Love that you can be already building that love for community heroes and community workers with your toddler, and also that sense of I need to help someone. So there's that side, there's the emotional aspect to it. Then you also have the fun pieces like the Adventure Tower with ice cream booth. So this has a couple different features to it that are really unique. The tower has a crank spin, so you again are teaching that cranking skill and that gross motor skill to be able to turn that smoothly, but you've got the cause and effect and the reward of the pieces going round and round. You've also got the color sorting of the ice cream. It's got various colors as you put them in. You're trying to match them to that. Again, that's a little bit more advanced, but I love that it grows with them, so that way it's not a one and done and they've outgrown it. No, they can just put them in at first, and then as they get older, they can be color matching. Then you also have the treat dispenser, the animal home with the treat dispenser. So you can have the animal set up and you are dispensing the treats and you're working with the baby to say, oh, look, out came a carrot. Who should we give the carrot to? Let's load that in the wheelbarrow and go give them a carrot. So much storytelling while also building all these different sorting and cause and effect and problem solving skills and nurturing play that is going to build empathy. It's also got the garbage truck, which actually vacuums up the pieces of garbage. So another fun way for them to be building their fine motor skills and cause and effect. And who doesn't love to push a little vehicle along and actually have it doing something? So really amazing different components that you can set up your whole community and tell different stories with.
And the beauty of Playmobil is it is perfect for the Playmobil toddler set. It's perfect for this age group. So as they get older and work with maybe other toy pieces that have characters that arms move up and down, etc., that is great as they develop more play skills. But for this age, it's really frustrating when they try to put the little character in the car, try to put the little character sitting down, and those arms are never in the right spot, and always trying to figure out how to get the character to do what they want to do. And the Playmobil at this age group has the arms, but they are anchored to the sides. And so when the child collapses the character to sit, the character can sit.
Yeah.
And when they go to put the character in the wheelbarrow to haul the wheelbarrow, they're not matching each little hand with each little handle, which again, great skill for older, but for this age, we need it to be something that is doable and something that they can be successful at. And so that character just clips right into the wheelbarrow and stays where it's supposed to be so they can push the food over. It's just perfect for this age group as your child begins to develop that storytelling and imitative play with the characters. All right, let's look at motor and sensory skills. So first off, we have the baby gym books. Now, I love these because when I have a baby, I want to be doing things to develop their sensory skills and to be developing their vestibular, their motor skills. But sometimes I get stuck and think, I'm not sure what to do. And these books just give you that perfect outlet. So they have upbeat rhymes, so you're working on engaging their language skills. And then they have the full body action. So maybe you're bouncing your baby on your leg, or maybe you are pedaling their feet in a bicycle, or whatever it is that you're giving your child that vestibular, that sensory input to their body while in the format of poems and rhymes. It's just perfect. And I love that the books include that instruction, just a little line in the poem to say, now clap their hands together, or now gently rock them back and forth. Whatever it is, a great way to be connecting with your baby and getting them all of that input. Next up, we have the Gymnic Physio roll. This is basically a peanut ball that we love because first off, it's really durable. So you don't have to worry about your teenager sitting on it while you're also bought it to use with your baby. It can hold up to 270 pounds, so it can be for the entire family. What we like specifically about this ball is that it is the peanut shape, so you're not going to as easily lose your child over the edge. It also gives your child the fun ability to not only be using it to roll over the top of it, but also to be riding it like a horse or sitting them on it. Why? Because it develops the gross motor skills, so you can be developing that core, you can be developing the vestibular system, so that as you gently help them bounce up and down on it, they're developing that vestibular system. The more that we have dove into the world of OT and vestibular systems and proprioceptive, all of that with our kids, the more we learn how important this is to be doing with your babies and your toddlers, so that you can be developing all of this in their brain at a young age, and it helps them out so much. So as they're infants, letting them gently lay across it and rock side to side. We've done that. We've done having even used it with our older kids, having them lay over it backwards and be rolling it backwards to develop that vestibular, all of that. This is a durable peanut ball that will facilitate that.
Next and new this year is the Jellystone sensory tube. So this is another one where quality is just phenomenal. So it's pre-filled and completely sealed, dishwasher safe, so you never have to worry about giving this to your baby. You don't have to worry that something's going to leak or come undone. It's completely safe and durable and beautiful because the glitter is just absolutely mesmerizing, and it's going to help them understand cause and effect. It's going to help them with their visual tracking. And it's also just a beautiful, calm, fun, quiet toy for them to play with and to engage with.
This was one that from the moment our mom saw it as an available option, this was a non-negotiable. Yeah. This was, that's going in. New this year, we have the big farm stickers, chicken and sheep. Now, these are great for teaching your toddler cause and effect of placing the sticker, the sensory of the stickiness of the stickers, and also the fine motor control, the hand-eye coordination. This does it all. The scenes are simple enough for a toddler that this is possible, that is doable for your toddler to get to be able to put on stickers with some structure. So you're going to give your child the sticker, they're going to place it on the page in a very easy marked out section. Get it wrong, no problem, it's repositionable, pull it up, try it again. This is going to be great for fine motor control, for matching skills, and for focus while your child gets to experience learning about stickers and placing them on.
Next, we have the Starry Night Playsilk. So this is a really fun open-ended toy. It's light as air silk fabric, so it's perfect for young babies working on the permanency of peekaboo or hiding something and now it's here and now it's not. So really fun in that regard because heavy fabrics can be really scary for a baby if you're teaching them
or
peekaboo.
for the mom.
Yes. So this is a really fun one to do that with. It's also fun to see as the baby grows and it's toddler pulling it out. There's so much sensory input and fun open-ended play, whether it's going to turn into a cape and they're a superhero, or whether it's something for a tea party and a tablecloth, or a blanket for their doll. There's so many different ways that they can use it to build play skills, storytelling skills, sensory input, and more.
Next up, we have Rainbow Whirls. Now, this is your baby's first chunky wooden puzzle of sorts. It's got 16 chunky pegs and 16 smooth rings, and you can start off as simple with your baby as having them pull the pegs out of the board or having them place them in the board. That fine motor skill, that hand-eye coordination, really great to develop that with your child as they learn to place each one carefully into the board. Then you can work on things like color matching or not matching. Place all the rings around ones that are not the same color as what you have. So it really grows with your child while developing all those great spatial awareness skills and fine motor skills.
Next, we have Seesaw, my first book of nursery songs. So again, as we've discussed earlier, songs and rhymes are great for building vocabulary, and then these lively sing-alongs are going to help get the little bodies wiggling, clapping, and it's going to include an occasional prompt for you to have them do something, an action along with the rhyme. So again, helping build those language skills and gross motor skills all at the same time.
New this year, we also include the Sticker and Learn Colors and Numbers. Now, this is a lot like the other sticker book we talked about for the same reasons. Your child is getting the sensory input of the stickers. They're getting to learn how to take the sticker and place it on the page. You got your fine motor skills, your hand-eye coordination. But the beauty of this one is this one can even be used a little bit earlier than the other sticker book in that there is no direct placement that is needed. So they're learning colors and color matching. They're not having to worry about where to place the sticker. They are repositionable, so you can do it more than once. A great way to work on all those skills with your toddler through this fun outlet.
And last of all, we have the Timberdoodle Handbook. So this is going to give you an overview of the different products in our kit, along with our recommendations for how to schedule it. And most importantly, it's going to give you access to the online scheduler. So that's just a lifesaver to be able to say, well, this is a wide variety of really fun things, but how do I know I'm doing it enough or doing the right things at the right time? And the online scheduler is going to help you set up a weekly schedule and know what you need to do, or you can also do a daily checklist if that works better for you. A lot of flexibility there. And it also has the reading challenge so that you can have some recommendations for reading books to your baby and toddler, giving them a wide range of literature and genres that you're going to have read with them through the year to give them all that vocabulary and wide range of topics.
Now you may think, a scheduler for a baby, really? But where I find it comes in handy and is helpful is I don't know if you've ever gotten to the end of your day and said, what did I exactly do with them? I think I just existed with them today and they played and they had a good time, and there's so much value in that. I'm not discounting that at all, but sometimes you want to make sure that you're being more purposeful and to say, I want to be spending this good quality time with them. I want to be building their skills. I want to be influencing their learning, and I want to do that with purpose. And having this weekly or daily schedule to say, hey, don't forget we can pull out these pieces during these next couple months, and then as they begin to become more fluent in their skills, then rebuild it and say, okay, now these are the toys or the puzzles or the books that we're going to be using in these next couple months, so you can make sure that your child's getting variety and building their skills, and that you're getting that time to connect with them even at this early age.
Very helpful, especially for a busy mom, to be able to pull it out and say, okay, here's the things we already checked off this week. I'm not going to do those again today. I'm going to instead focus on something else.
And if you're like me and tend to kind of get stuck on one thing and be doing that, and that's where I'm comfortable, this helps even you as the mom to say, I want to make sure I have a broad range of different types of things I'm doing with my baby toddler, so that, again, they're better off for it, your relationship's better off for it, everybody wins in this situation.
All right, I think that's everything. As always, if you have any questions, or if you're not sure if you have a youngster that you're not sure, do they fit into the toddler kit, or should they actually be going to preschool, we've got placement tests online, and we're always happy to help you walk through which components would be best for your specific student. So feel free to email, call, chat. We're here to help.
Yep, you can always customize them online as well. So if
Absolutely.
you're saying, I'm on the upper end range of toddler and almost ready for preschool, but not quite, but maybe I could throw in a couple of those things now to stretch them out a little bit further before we go into preschool, that's perfect. You can always do that customization online as well.
Absolutely.
So thanks for joining us. We appreciate you being with us, and we hope you have a great year.